Hi everyone, Deb here. I discovered a new, started at the beginning of the year collaboration. It's an open collaboration, and I think it's called hashtag Deck the Year, but I'll have the correct one in the title and description. And also, I think it's hosted by someone named Penny's Craft Creations or Crafty Creation. I'll have her link down below also. There's a lot of people who have been participating, and what they do is they use playing cards or these are jumbo playing cards or whatever you have that resembles some kind of a card like flashcards or whatever. If you watched my video about things I found in a box from my mother's house that's been sitting in my house for several years now. These, I think I showed these. There were two decks of playing cards in there. I'm going to be using this one. They're jumbo letters, but I'm covering them up. And so far, this is week 8. I am just starting, so I'm working backwards, and today I did 8, 7, and 6. I'll have to still do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I'll try and do like 1 or 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. It depends on how busy I am a week. I'll try and catch it up while I'm doing the next current week. So I did use an 8 of diamonds, I believe, and I used a 6 and a 7. I don't remember what color they were. I think the 6 was clubs. Anyway, I'll be using these, and also I'm in another collab um, about crashing your stash, and we have a theme. It's once a month, and I'll put a link to that down below too. I've mentioned it before, but this March's prompt is playing cards and one other item. I think CD folders or something. So I'm probably going to use the non-52, the jokers and these rules ones that were in here for that collab as well. So stay tuned for that. That I think posts on the 5th of the month. I'm not 100% sure. I have to check my calendar. I rely on my planner. So anyway, I'm using those that were in my mother's stuff. So here's number 8, which is this week. So if you've been on my channel any length of time, you probably know I have a couple 12 by 12 paper pads that I'm trying to work through. This background paper was out of one of those, and that one it was a scrap out of this Butterfly Blooms by Recollections. And that's one of 2 or 3 that I'm trying to work through. So what I did is I put that down as the background. Then I brought in this. I actually found this on my floor from yesterday when I was working with Paper Pumpkin Alternatives, that Stampin' Up! Kit. I did alternatives for that, for those interested in that. But I just found this morning on my floor. It was a scrap, so I used it. And the pink background, polka dotted background, was another piece of paper out of that pad of scrap. But I used these. I've had these in my stash and I'm trying to use them. I have 2 of them, and the one I used is this: happiness isn't getting what you want, it's wanting what you've got. And you know what? That was a really important message for me to start this collaboration, because honestly today I kind of getting I need to go out of the house. And I've been trying not to, but I've been watching some Hobby Lobby clearance sale videos and all the sale videos, Joann's, Michael's, all of them. I have all 3 stores within um 10 minutes of my house, and Michael's and Hobby Lobby are the closest. So I had an itch to go to Hobby Lobby, and I thought, nah, I don't need to spend any more money. I have so much stuff, guys. It's ridiculous. So it spoke to me. I don't know. I just found those stickers on my sticker cart for my planner and thought, wow, I need to use that. Then these, I don't know. I've had in my stash forever. I thought I still had them out, but oh yeah, here they are. I don't know where they came from. Could have been a yard sale, could have been gifted to me. And I didn't use these. But I've had this for a while. It's sort of a peachy pink. And this was off some kind of packaging. The knot's still in there, but you can see I cut a little piece off of it and made the little flag. But before I did all that, I stamped on the background with this, out of this Stampin' Up! Stamp set called Ranunculus Romance. I think this is retired now. Yes, it retired in May of 23. So anyway, I used that, and I did use, for any of the brown inks on here, I used Ranger Distress Oxide in Vintage Photo, which is my favorite one from them. I did bump this up on dimensionals, and I also bumped these two little flowers up on dimensionals. Oh, and that other collab I'm in, was it last month or 2 months ago? Anyway, one of the, it had to be last month. We were supposed to use cupcake liners. And I knew I had some, but I couldn't find them. I have a whole shoebox full of cupcake, you know, one of those plastic shoe boxes full of cupcake liners. And I found them this morning. So I put this on here like this, cut it, glued it down, cut it off. I went around the edges, you know, like this. And then the number, what did I do with it? I have it here somewhere. One sec. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it. The number is close to my heart stamp set, but I bought it used. Here, wait, I have it. Here it is. I bought it used. I think I got it from Jen Evers when she used to have sales on YouTube. Her channel's still there, but she hasn't been on it. They do, they've had a lot going on health-wise and everything. Anyway, these are keyboard uppercase alphabet. So I stamped that in the Vintage Photo, and that came out pretty good. I like that. So that's what I did. And on the back, I used scraps when I cut that paper, two scraps, this one and this one. And that's all I did to the back. And then I just went around the edge with Vintage Photo. So that's my number 8. Let me move this stuff out of the way. And I'll bring in number 7 because I'm going backwards, right? Okay, number 7. Okay. This is number 7. So I have a lot of paper. This is not one of the papers I was trying to use up. However, I have it in my stash. I just have so much paper, and I don't do scrapbooking, and I have a lot of 12 by 12 paper. This is a Stampin' Up! Designer paper. That's the back. That's pretty cool too. Anyway, it's from the Earth and Textures. I'll get you the exact name because I think it's still current until April. Earth and Elegance 12 by 12 designer paper. Yeah, it is current at least through April, unless it's out of stock. I don't know. So, and I had the stamp set that went with it and the dies, and I think I only ever used this, oops, sorry, this thank you out of it. So I wanted to use that, and I thought, oh, that would be cool texture, right? So the dies have this fan-shaped thing, which is this, and I die cut out of a color called copper clay. It's a Stampin' Up! Color. And I did go around the edges of it with the Vintage Photo. This I stamped. It's this right here, and I die cut it. I got it a little off center, and that's okay, but before I glued this stuff down, I stamped using this kind of all over the background in Vintage Photo. And then this, I have this little baggie of American Crafts, all these little sayings and images, mostly sayings, and it was a paper pad I had. I think I cut it all apart. Trying to get you the name of it, but I don't see it on here. The Color of Memories. I think that's what it was. Oh, you know what? This was not a paper pad. This was loose sheets I had gotten at, I think, Joann's years ago. And I had like 2 sheets of them. All these little squares were on there. So, and they're all little sayings. So I picked one that I wanted to use, which was Celebrate Today, because, you know, we need to celebrate every day, right? And then I went looking for some pearls, and I found just this strip of pearls that I guess somebody gave me, or I don't know where I got it. I put, oh, and this ribbon, this is Stampin' Up! Ribbon. This is, I hardly ever use this on my card making and stuff. Wavy Trim, it's called, in neutral or natural. So I put that down. This is another die cut that I only put part of on there. And anyway, I cut this square, I cut around it, and I put it on a piece of very vanilla cardstock, just scrap cardstock, and edged it with the vintage photo, and this is bumped up, but nothing else is. And then I had 3 copper color dots out of this brushed metallic adhesive back dots. They were the last copper ones. So I put them on, and I used that same Close to My Heart stamp set and put a 7 on. So I think that came out cool. And I did go around the edges with vintage photo. Here's another one of those squares. I just cut around it, only I just glued it down this time, and it says Made with Love. And this is more of that same paper. So that's 8 and 7. And then 6, I had to figure out what I did with 6. Here it comes. 6 is this, because I figured, well, we're in February, and a week or 2 ago, I think it was just last week actually, so I should have switched the order, but that's okay. Anyway, a week or 2 ago, we had 2 snowstorms. One gave us like 6 inches, and the other one gave us just like 2 to 3. So I brought in, I kind of went, I was going to go a different way, and I ended up with this, but I really like it. So what I used is Stampin' Up! Starry Sky cardstock and an embossing folder. Where did I put it here? Called Snowflake Sky. It was in their mini catalog last year. It was part of their Berry, Beary, Christmas suite. And then I tried to splat it with white ink refill, and that didn't work so good. So then I went digging in my stash of things I had bought at Tuesday Morning years ago, distress paints. Now this one, I think it's a dauber, but yeah, it is. I didn't use the dauber. I took the lid off, and then I got out my sort of old Wink of Stella, and when I took this lid off, there was some ink in the lid, and because I wanted white, but the ink refill for my pigment ink was too thick. Anyway, so I dabbed the Wink of Stella in a puddle of the distress paint, and I just splatted it. You see, that one got a little smeary, but so that's the background. And then, okay, so then I found these, I went looking at my winter stuff. I found this that I had never used from Hobby Lobby, I think, right? 2016 Hobby Lobby. Well, I wasn't paper crafting till 2017, so I probably got it in 2017. I hardly ever know what to use these borders for, but I used the top of this snowflake border here, and I just put it along the edge here. And then I thought I need something else. I originally pulled out I have a book of acetate snow stuff, and I thought, it was too big. So then I found these. This, I think I got at a yard sale, 25 cents. Somebody had been making little, this is called an octagon, hexagon, I don't know. Maybe a frozen project or practicing. That one's even torn. But they put the material over these paper forms, and there's like a bazillion of them in there, plus there's more fabric here. So they might have made like a quilt or something. I don't have any idea, but I got all these for 25 cents and I'd never used them, and I haven't been to a yard sale in probably 5 years now, 4 or 5 years, so I've had them that long. And then these are, they were open, Jolie's Boutique. There were, no, they weren't open because there were 6 pieces and I used 3, and I know there's one big one and 2 little ones still in there, so I still have them. And then the words came out of this. I have had this paper collection. I have the small paper pad that I think is almost done. I had the sticker book. I have 12 by 12 papers. I don't know if I have the whole pad, but anyway, Simple Stories, Winter Wonderland, very old. Trying to see if there's a year. I don't see one on here, but it's old. I've had it for a lot of years. And so I found these words in it, and I used burr and snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes. I always used to like that out of the My Favorite Things song from Sound of Music. And then this is a strip of paper out of a doodle bug pack that I've used for Twinchies and stuff. This one here, it's a value pack from 2015, but I didn't get it that long ago. Whimsical Winter, I guess, something like that. Winter Assortment is what it's called. Oh, right there you can see. So the one I've used it before, and I just had some scraps of it left, and that's it. And also in there is this sticker sheet that happens to have numbers down below. So that's what I did for day 6, and here's the back, more doodlebug paper. And I used the, I didn't realize this till I pulled the 6 out, and I'm like, oh, I'll use the negative. Oops, I got a staple there. I don't want to cut myself on. So here's where I got it from, and I used the part around it plus the little center 6 hole to go in the 6. And I'll save the blue 6 for somewhere else. And I just put it on the back on that one. So those are my days 8, 7, 6 working backwards. I hope you enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun. And like I said here, this is what I'm going to live by for this collab and most of the other ones I'm in. Happiness isn't getting what you want. It's wanting what you've got. And I have a lot. I have too much. So this will help me use some of it and feel better about using my stash. So I know I bought a lot in January. I think other than Spellbinders clubs, which I'm probably going to end pretty soon, even though I like them, I'm not buying anymore. So as far as crafty supplies, and I'm really trying not to go to Hobby Lobby or any of the other places having clearances because I don't need anything. I have so much stuff, even I don't need to go to yard sales and stuff anymore because I bought so much when I first started, and the first 2 or 3 years I was paper crafting, and then I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I have a lot of that stuff still, even though I destashed a lot. I still have a lot. So I just need to use what I have. And this is going to be a really fun way to do it. So thank you, Penny, for hosting this open collab. And thank you to everyone. I saw 2 other people, T Friday 77, and I can't remember the other lady's name. I'm so sorry. But there's like 20 people or so participating in this, and I'm going to join once a week. And I think they post on Thursday. So I hurried up and came up to my craft room when I saw the videos and made at least 3 days worth. And now I have to switch gears to something else. Have a wonderful day, week, month, everyone. The month of February is almost over. Hard to believe. Anyway, take care. Hugs, love, and peace.